Welcome back, my fiendish friends. We are delighted to have you joining us once again on another thrilling episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Brace yourselves for a journey full of magic, adventure, and spine-tingling horror as our heroes delve deeper into the truth of their reality and begin to unravel the mysteries surrounding the void. So, grab your favorite snack, get cozy, and prepare yourselves as we embark on this exciting journey together. With us today, we have Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan. I am playing... Oh, what was my quip?
Did you all do your quips today?
I forgot. I know I had it, and then I just forgot it.
Tenta Daddy.
Oh, yeah, it's like, shh. Okay, hi. I'm Ren. Oh.
Hi, Ren.
We're off to a great
I'm starting
start.
over. Hi, I'm Dan. I am playing Ren, the scholar and rogue, and Tenta Daddy, because I summoned tentacles off of myself. Ren, I don't know what's happening anymore. Please move on.
How do I follow that?
Chris! Yeah, how does one follow that?
Hi, I'm Chris. I play the tiefling cleric who is hoping to prevent Meredith from having a Meredith. Salvador Saltrose.
You ate that.
Russell.
I'm Russell, and I'm playing Upri. If you were looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have any... Sorry, it's supposed to be in her. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have any money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that I've acquired over a very long career campaign. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my sister go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
That's riveting.
Great. And Kai.
Hi, my name is Kai, and I'm playing the half-elf warlock who is essentially going to go on tour with her circus act, Yonsei Bay, and not her, him. Oh, gosh, we're all just doing terrible today, except for... And this is Shadows of Prophecy, a real D&D... Please, Tim, please take it.
All right. Good job, everyone.
We're batting 1,000.
It's been a month. It's been a month.
All right. As we immerse ourselves in the shadows of prophecy, be warned, for this tale explores the darkest corners of human soul and psyche, where the line between good and evil is blurred, and unspeakable horrors linger in every shadow. Our story is not for the faint of heart, for it will not only bring us to mysterious lands, but have us walk down treacherous paths with unforeseen dangers, as our heroes, who are not always virtuous, confront villains who are not always wicked. As the prophecy unfolds and fate of the world hangs in the balance, only one thing is for certain. Nothing is as it seems. So, stay sharp, ready yourselves, and we might just make it through this together as our heroes continue to pull back the veil. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons actual playcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. At this moment, I do also want to take a short pause to make the following statement. I have come to strongly believe that sustained, united opposition is necessary to prevent the Israeli and U.S. governments from perpetuating violence against the Palestinian people, ultimately leading to a perilous path of ethnic cleansing. Such actions must be unequivocally condemned, irrespective of any politicized justifications. The people of Palestine deserve genuine peace and liberation from the oppressive structures of the current apartheid state, which often dismisses dissent as anti-Semitic. I am committed to ardently defending the rights of all Jewish individuals, advocating for their freedom, safety, and pride. Simultaneously, I extend this commitment to the rights of both Palestinian and Israeli people. It is our collective conviction at this table that the ongoing violence against the Palestinian population is an inexcusable transgression, warranting an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. The global community deserves a future marked by compassion and justice. What we are witnessing today is a gross corruption of both. All right. So, join us today as we enter the shadows of prophecy. Act 2, Behind the Veil. Last time, we watched our heroes. They found themselves in a big top, in search of mementos of their family members, the Strays. When the ringleader's spotlight landed on Yancey and called them to participate, Yancey promised to entertain the audience by any means necessary, while also attempting to retrieve a letter from his sister Meredith that was suspended as one part acrobatics, that was suspended high above the crowd. With a boost from Ren, Yancey soared into the air and performed a routine that an onlooker described as 1 part acrobatics, 1 part striptease, 3 parts singing, and 5 parts badass.
Sweet polycom kids saw her like ass. Okay, we won't do it.
Yancey gracefully landed back into his discarded pants that were being held by an invisible Upri, and the group dashed out to find a memento of Varns. After a brief detour to a freak show of void creatures in a dark, abandoned alley, the party arrived at the carnival's petting zoo and successfully unpinned the tail on the donkey. Upon gathering the last of the mementos, an unsettling rain of confetti and balloons showered onto the group as a kazoo buzzed a triumphant tune. The 5 life-sized bodies of Yancey and Upri's family members appeared out of thin air and swung from the strings in a nearby archway. The puppets, as if dragged by an unseen hand, lured the heroes through the twisting fairground and into a chilling hall of mirrors. Once inside, naturally, the party decided to split up to hunt down the funhouse specters of the Strays. Eerily enough, though, at the end of their chase, they found that these figures were not merely marionettes of their family, but their actual flesh and bone bodies controlled by metal cords that had been drilled into their skulls and limbs. With great effort, Sal and Yancey freed the goblin astral monk Senin in a tag team fight. Ren liberated the fog-shrouded halfling phantom rogue Alton, and Upri saved the kobold fey wanderer ranger Varn, amid a prickly, pointy arena of thorns. Lugging along the now unconscious and significantly less murdersome Strays, the separated heroes converged on a final auditorium with a grinning Nim, standing down center stage beneath the limp, dangling body of Meredith, the one Stray that the group did not follow. Is this the final curtain call for the Water Genasi sister?
No.
Find out.
Right
But
now.
before we get into it, I have a message from our narrator.
Oh.
This bitch.
Welcome back.
In the endless expense of eternity, all will find themselves truly and irreversibly alone. A solitary soul adrift in desolation that stretches beyond the boundaries of comprehension. The eerie silence that will envelop you will be a haunting reminder that in this solitary existence you are alone. with no respite from the suffocating isolation that clings to your very being. You will be forced to embrace that chilling reality, for in the end, all are alone, forever lost in the abyss of their own loss of self. Everybody roll initiative.
Here we go.
That Russian bitch always gets me.
I rolled a 5.
A 5, wow.
I rolled a 16.
Ooh.
A 16, all right.
Just put me at the end. Just put me at the very end.
17.
I got 9.
Right.
Oh no.
All right, gotta adjust our things. And
Also,
I
can
will
we give
get
it up to Tim's nails, the fifth player?
Sparkly.
player. Yay.
The fifth member of this party.
Compliments will get Meredith back.
Is that how that works? Okay, cool,
don't know.
sure.
I'm a doctor. I'm going to see what I can do.
Yeah.
I am not hopeful, though.
And if not, then the Lord will provide.
Oh, yeah, you've got...
Come on, Asaka.
We're really pushing the God.
Hey, sometimes if you pray hard enough, stuff happens. In this world,
In this world.
yeah.
Got
Yeah.
him.
How does that work? How has it been going?
Well,
I got spells.
Yeah, they got
We'll
spells.
find out.
All right. So, as you have entered this space, you see Nim standing in the center. Well, being held up in the center of the stage. The dangling body of Meredith above him, her blood dripping onto his face as he lifts his head and says, "Oh, I guess we lost one."
You take that back.
The room begins to fill with smoke. Yancey, what do you do?
Since I realized that all my spell slots are been used because even though it's been a month, even though no time has passed, we have not taken rest. I am going to... Are there chains attached to Nim?
So there are the cords that hold him up, just like the other marionettes. So there's the ones in the hand, the head, and then the two knees.
All right. Without even thinking, I am going to cast 2 Eldritch Blast at the cords on the arms.
Okay.
Ooh. One is 24 and the other is 21.
The 24 will hit.
The 21 won't?
No. As you see your cord blast past Nim and the cord that holds up his hand, you see it begin to blur. Your vision starts to force you into crossing your eyes, and you notice that it shifts back and forth in its positioning.
Oh, okay.
So do I roll for damage?
Roll for damage.
I
with
already
the
did.
24.
And it was 13.
13.
Yes.
All right. Cool. All right. That is going to bring us to Upri.
Do I roll for damage? Good, because I already did, and it was 13. Fuck yeah!
Thank you for saying what the rest of us are thinking.
Loved it.
You know what? I'm just a good player. I was prepared.
No, that's good. It's true. Fuck. How far are we from the stage?
So this is like a medium-sized auditorium. So I don't know. That's like 100 feet from the back of the auditorium towards the stage.
All right, I will dash and move 80 feet, so I'm 20 feet away,
Cool.
and then I'm going to pull out and throw my trusty hand axe of wonder that doesn't have any charges left. It's just a hand axe now.
Thank goodness.
At one of Nim's cords.
Beautiful.
It's 19.
A 19. Okay, so I have to really quickly do something. So I am going to roll something. So I roll a D20.
Nice.
You are going to hit.
What is happening?
I'm confusion.
Oh,
I am also confusion.
I think.
Oh, magic spells made you have a higher.
I don't know. There's something going on.
I think there might be some like illusory.
I guess you'll find out.
Yeah.
If we keep playing.
Oh, fair. We could just hypothesize 8 damage.
8 damage? Okay, thank you. Yeah, you could just continue hypothesizing and
Yeah.
I'll just nod and smile. and-
Wouldn't the viewers want that instead of battle? Hypothesis?
Yeah, totally. Okay. Anything else that you can do with your turn?
Nope. That is it.
All right. So you saw the axe. It trims the cord as it flies past it. And that is going to bring us to Salvador.
Okay. I'm going to run up so I'm 60 feet away from the stage. And I'm going to shout to him, hey, you want to go on a trip? I need you to do a charisma saving throw.
Come on, little Einsteins.
A charisma saving. So that is going to be a 4 + 1, 5.
So Nip pops out of existence.
Nip.
Nim. Nim slips out of existence.
All right.
So he's banished right now.
Oh.
Banishment.
So
Blah, blah, blah.
Nim disappears and the room falls into silence besides a kind of low hissing sound as it continues to fill with smoke.
Oh, it's smoking?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's like a rolling fog coming from the wings of the stage, and it's pouring out over the stage and down into the audience.
I'm expecting some witches to like hobble on stage and pull out a cauldron. So we have a minute that I can hold him here. Do you want to go check Meredith?
Oh, heck yes.
Wait, for banishment, wouldn't it, if it's sending them to the wait. If
So
I,
they're not native to this plane. So if I keep it up for a minute, they go to the plane that they're naturally from, which would be Earth.
Shit, Nim is back at the treehouse. Holy fuck.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
What happens to the cords?
Yeah. What
That's a great question. I don't know why I didn't think that this was a possibility. But now that you mention it, yes, Nim is originally from the material plane, which you are not in right now. So that is exactly how banishment will work in this scenario. Previously, when banishment was used, it was on somebody from the material plane in the material plane, and therefore they eventually return after a minute.
But since it's the opposite, if I remember, I may be wrong, but wouldn't they stay in their original plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
I
they're
keep
just-
up the spell,
Yeah.
Nim would return.
No, but it's
Which-
permanent, right?
It's
If
Permanent
now.
because
you
with,
banish somebody back to their original plane, it's permanent.
If I keep it up for the minute,
Oh.
which we can if we want, or if we want to have him pop back and we have to fix anything in this plane. I don't know. But I figured at least to give you some time to check Meredith and we can maybe cut her down and put her in
Yeah.
the VIP box.
So I will say that the cords are just dangling in the center of the stage. That like he disappeared.
We
And
also
the
severed
cords
all the
are
cords
there.
in one 5-brain move.
Well, let's get Meredith down.
So
How-
yeah.
how
What
are
are we
we gonna
doing
do
with
this?
Meredith?
oh, so the target actually won't return if you keep it up for a minute.
Yeah.
So okay, we gotta make sure that stays up. At least we know one person's safe.
Yeah.
And so yeah, what were you saying? Get Meredith
Oh
down.
yeah, we didn't get Meredith down. I'm gonna summon. I can do. I'm gonna
Sorry, the big boss battle just ended very quickly.
I'm sorry, Jim. There could be other enemies. We don't know. This is a dark. There are people hiding.
No, I love that you just cheesed the fuck out of it.
I was going to do that if I had a spell shot, so that actually worked out. I was thinking about that this morning.
We're getting into high levels. You're getting some crazy abilities.
Yeah.
That's how battles are going to turn out.
You
from
said
now on.
Nim is a wizard, and he's an old gnome wizard. I don't know what Nim could do. So
Nim was like, "Let's fight." Sal was like, "I think not."
Trust me, what I had planned was heinous,
We could still have
borderline
a plan.
heinous.
I don't know. Maybe we just fight back at the treehouse.
all
Anyways,
right.
maybe this is body double.
I'm gonna use Melded Memory to embody Forest Daddy.
All right.
AKA the forest spirit that you absorbed, or that Fern absorbed. So I get like the barky texture, and then I go to this like root, or I can like send a root out from like my arm or something like that. So I'm gonna try and like wrap her and bring her down.
Yeah.
Someone needs to cut the cords though. I just don't want her to fall, which is why I'm holding onto her. So somebody's gonna have to slice those cords.
I could use Eldritch Blast on a few of on all of them if that needs to be.
Yeah, you're not under any time constraints, so you can aim your shots and you can destroy the cords. And Meredith's limp body is brought down to the stage.
I would like to doctor.
You would like to doctor. Make a medicine roll.
All right. Oh, I rolled a 5. That's an 18.
What the
She's not breathing.
Okay.
There is no heartbeat. The blood has been dripping out of her hands, knees, and the top of her head.
Sure.
So you just see blood, like wet still, but starting to dry. And her temperature is starting to drop.
Gotcha. So
She
can I
is-
stabilize, or is that not a possibility?
She is dead.
We should get out of here. Right?
Where-
So where's Nim?
Nim is he's chilling back wherever. I don't know if I can designate where on the plane he appears,
that's
or
fair.
he's just somewhere on the material plane for the time being. I'm looking at my wristwatch, and it's been 30 seconds.
I run up and I grab Mare, and Yonsei is crying. Yes, that's all I got right now.
Yeah.
Upri's just kind of dissociating.
Do we bring Nim back? Do we?
If you want, I can.
Meredith's limp body kind of like slumps into your arms as you pull her from Ren.
Oh, no.
Her cheek is resting on your upper arm.
There's nothing that I can do. I'm sorry.
No, we have to do something. We
Well,
can't. I can't let her die.
I have 2 ideas. So we could either wait till tomorrow, and if Ren still has a valuable gem, I could cast Raise Dead,
All right.
or I could ask Tao right now. You want me to? I could do something right now if you'd like.
Save her.
Is Raise Dead different than Resurrection?
It is a 5th level spell, which I can cast.
Is she gonna be all goopy?
No, she'll be regular.
I'm so confused.
As long as she has all of her body parts. But yeah, Sal's he's gonna kneel beside Meredith, and he's gonna put his shield on the ground and his axe on the ground, and he's gonna get into the particular stance that the disciples of Tao, or the clerics of Tao, normally pray in.
What is that?
It's sort of
What
like
are
crisscross
visuals?
applesauce, but you sort of have your hands in a particular. It's in the American Sign Language for rock out.
For
yeah.
rock out.
Exactly. So he's going to recite. There's a particular teaching that Tao has, and he's going to recite that under his breath, and he's going to cast Divine Intervention.
Ooh.
Oh,
So I get this as a 10th level cleric. I have a 10% chance of having Tao help me out.
As you're doing that, I'm just whispering, "Save her, please, save her, please, save her, please."
I don't know how much. Oh, I don't know the casting time. Oh, it's just an action to do this. So, that's a 40. So nothing happens. I say this prayer into the empty auditorium.
Oh, this is not-
You stupid boy!
No talking in theaters.
Have you not been paying attention? Tao, you call out to Tao in this moment of dire need.
Hey, this is not particularly pressing. I got 10 days.
Why would you ever think Tao would answer you?
You know, I can be hopeful. A guy can dream.
When has Tao ever answered you? Seriously, Salvador. You know what? Upri. I came here to talk to you.
Okay.
The trick your friend played was dirty. And while I appreciated the energy, I found it dreadfully boring. And I'm hoping you can remedy it.
Who the fuck is talking?
I'm assuming it's the director.
It's me, the director of all of this.
New voice. Who's this?
Upri.
Yeah.
Salvador's worthless god, non-existent god,
Damn.
is not gonna save your sister.
I mean, he's not non-existent. He's a 1 in 10 chance god.
It only gets better with time.
There you go.
Funny how you're still falling for the trick. Regardless, I can. I mean, I took her away from you. I could give her back.
What do you want?
You see, you and I are stuck with each other. That has its pros and it has its cons. But the immediate reality of that relationship is that you still have a wall up against me. You've been resisting.
And
I'm going to need you to take that down, my dear. And not only that one, but the literal wall that also exists in this world. Two walls I ask for you to remove. That is all. You're strong.
I have one condition.
And what's that?
Come down here and face me face to face. Let's talk before we. It'll help me let down that wall, you know?
I desperately wish that was possible, you see. But with that wall up, the second one, the real one, I can't. And I have just revealed a true weakness and vulnerability to you. So, I think that sweetens the deal. Do you not agree?
Is someone smart listening?
It sounds
Everyone
like
I'm
should
sure
hear
not
that.
Tao.
Hello.
you're backed into a literal corner because you have to break. You only have
Can we
2
all-
walls
oh.
remaining.
Sorry. Yeah, can we all hear this?
Yeah, everybody can hear this.
But we
What
need
is
to.
the literal wall?
Yeah,
What is-
is that the one over there? Do I just go hit it? Director, can you point to which wall is the one you're talking about?
Well, As I revealed, I cannot presently manifest in your world.
Can you metaphorically point? Can you?
I've been speaking to you, and that is the extent of what I'm capable of doing.
All right, so I'm gonna face the stage. Let's say that's north. Which wall am I hitting?
Well, it's not in here either. It is on your plane.
Okay.
And you're going to need that annoying woman. Alice is her name. And I do trust she'll play her part. I just think she might need some coaxing when the time comes of it. You see, she is the ram that will bash it down. I just need you to direct her.
Oh gosh, I know what's happening.
Okay.
This is how we release the Titans into the world. This is the destruction
Oh.
scenario. At least that's my thought. That there's some physical wall, probably magical and physical wall, that's preventing the Titans from entering our plane, and we smash that wall down to let them in.
And then
Destruction.
wait,
You're
director.
a smart one, Ren.
It's my one of my only redeeming traits.
That is correct. Alice is the harbinger.
Oh.
The one who will destroy the wall. And I can't have her backing away from her duty. That's all I ask of you. And then I will grant you the powers to revive your sister.
But won't you destroy the world once you're released? So how do we know that you'll save her?
I can promise you that when all is said and done, your family will be united. Living, in case you were about to ask that.
Gotta be clear.
But
and
what does the
was-
rest of the world matter? It's fanciful anyways.
You gotta live in it.
What about the rest of our family and friends?
You'll probably be fine. I mean, it's a little bit up to whatever deals you make.
Oh, right.
Director, can you see us right now?
I can see, hear, smell, and feel you, Upri.
Oh, I
little
don't have
invasive.
that last one. All right.
I've really enjoyed filling out
And
this
now-
little channel you've carved for us.
A channel, right. And now, is this verbally binding? Like, how do I know you're not going to break the deal?
From the ceiling of the stage, you see a scroll unfurl. And at the very bottom, you see the director's signature and a line. A feather floats down in front. You see the gold script shimmer.
Hold on. Let me read this contract first.
Not
got
some
it.
poor
And I'm gonna
unfortunate
pick it up.
soul.
No, I'm good at picking out fine print if you want me to just double check to make sure there's no like nuances in there.
I will also say during this time, Beyonce is still on the ground with Mare crying, despondent.
Perfect. That makes this a lot easier to decide for me. Upri's going to pick up the pen, dab it on her tongue, and then throw it. And then take the contract, rip it, spit on it, and say, I have way more faith in my friend's ability to bring her back than yours, son of a bitch.
That was sweet until the son of a bitch.
We're gonna have it the fun way then.
Oh no.
Listen, you director. You leave my fucking family alone. You won't get Mare, and you damn sure won't get us. As Upri will say, now get.
Go on, get.
Go on, get.
Hooey.
The world around you begins to fade to black.
Quick, Sal, banish us.
I can only do it one at a time.
Fuck.
I actually could do that for 2 people. 3 people.
If we take a quick rest, I can do it.
Just a 1 hour nap.
Could you give us 1 hour before you do this weird thing you're gonna do?
Yeah, oh, my hand slipped. I didn't mean to rip the contract. Can I read it for an hour?
So as the world around you darkens and the cloud of smoke is unfurling at your feet, you start to hear the sound of birds. And as you blink your eyes, color returns to the world.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
As a ray of sunlight hits your cornea, you realize you're standing in the treehouse. Varn, Senin, Nim, Alton are laying on the couch. You're in the sofa of the living quarters. You see their chest rise and fall as they breathe in and out. You notice the sores on their hands have closed up, leaving only a minor scar. Just a faint reminder of what has happened. Meredith is nowhere to be seen.
Wait, she's not even. I'm not even.
You look down into your hands, Yancey, and you feel the weight of her lifted from you. And the image of her fades away into your memory.
No. Meredith. No, Meredith! No! And then I'm just bawling.
I might have made a miscalculation.
There's ways to fix these sort of things.
You're right. Beyonce, did you got any hair or something from her?
No response.
Across the room, you notice a piece of parchment pinned to the wall.
Oh, you fucking son of a bitch.
I'll go grab it. What does it say?
You rip it off the wall, and all it says is, "Have you changed your mind?"
I'll grab the pen. Yes. Question mark?
As you write the words yes, the ink fades into the paper. The script written there previously fades as well, and then you see inky splotches start to appear on the parchment face, forming the words of the contract. Again, you see the director's signature on the bottom left and a line marked with an X.
Does the director just sign the director?
They do.
the two E's.
Is it like is it like one of them fancy Hollywood signatures where the T and the D are like really big and they're like
Yes,
Megan
it
the
is
director.
very,
Megan the director?
it's very.
You did that one.
Well,
You want me to read it?
yeah, you.
Okay.
Does it say anything about Meredith?
Yeah, I'm going to read through. There are a couple things that I want to like find details on. I'm assuming it's all there because it's a contract and that's how contracts work. I want to find out when does Meredith get resurrected? Is it immediately? Is it after we've done the thing? The broken the wall? What happens if we don't end up breaking the wall? What happens to Meredith? That's it. Those are the two things I want to know.
Meredith will be returned immediately,
Nice.
barring failure to complete the task.
Uh-huh.
She will remain united with her family. The entire Strays will be protected by the director.
Wait, so we just have to try to break the wall?
Failure
Oh. Trying to pause, sorry.
will result in the reclaiming of Meredith's soul.
Not of Maxine's waters.
So the director will just have her at their whim. Should we not complete the task, or should we choose to not complete the task?
I mean, we're pretty good at task completing.
Please, we have to save her. And that's all you hear from Beyonce in a very soft voice. Please save her.
I mean, we're really good at fucking around and figuring shit out. And we're
not
just going to
wrong.
sign it.
You sign your name.
I don't. It's not cursive though. It's very like
Capital letters.
square, all caps.
And how are you feeling as you sign it?
I look over at Beyonce. Is it Meredith back?
I look
I
at
want to know how you're feeling before I answer that question.
Oh, fuck up.
therapies in session.
Like you're
That was
signing your
Thursday.
name, and the deal of the contract is that you are breaking down the figurative wall that you are holding up against the director, and then putting Alice on the trajectory of breaking down the literal wall that prevents the director from entering this world. Like, let's drop all flowery language. That is the deal
Two
that
things.
you are about to make.
You have to use corruptory. That's what that means. Actively use your director.
But not all the
abilities.
time.
Not all the time, but you have to stop holding back.
All right. Upri's just going to go, and in her head, director, are you there?
I will also say, as a player, I like how everybody's using Upri's head because it has the most space.
So as you sign your name and then you like call out to the director, you feel this intense well of energy just shoot up from your feet into your chest, and you feel like this rage, this like energy, all sorts of confusing, complicated emotions swirling around inside of you, and then you feel this like malicious intention. I need you to make a corruption saving throw. You are mechanically progressing to the next level of your soul class,
That's level 3.
which grants you access to a new spell, a boon, and a bane.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Come on, Batman.
All right, but tier moderate
Yes, so you have moderate corruption.
or am I mild? I
and
might be mild.
You will.
Habanero.
Oh, mild. Yes, that's how we named it. So you have
mild,
mild corruption.
Level 3. So 14 is the DC. And that's wisdom or con?
It's just a d20.
Oh, plus proficiency. Level in the playing field. Oh, fuck. That's an 8.
All right, you will gain a point of corruption, and I believe that brings you to 6.
Oh, we're good.
6 will
Yeah.
keep you in mild corruption.
I think as like that like malice is building up in Upri, and she's just standing there feeling it, and then she just burps. Oh,
You smell foul.
you have to get. What does my burp smell like?
Corrupted burp.
What is my?
What do
It's kind of
corruption?
sour. Sour and stingy.
Pickled cabbage.
Oh, what the hell did you eat?
I don't think it would pickle cabbage. I like pickled things.
I was about to say something that was not appropriate. Begins with an S.
No, interesting. There's a lot of things that start with S. How are the strays doing? Are they
Spanakopita.
are they awake? Oh yes,
They are sleeping.
okay.
You can wake them.
But what do we get? You signed. Do we get Meredith back?
We have,
Yeah.
to,
God, we're waiting.
we have to do 2 things first.
No, we get Meredith back immediately,
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So
and
that's when you hear Upri, Yonsei, and
the
you
fuck is
hear that's Meredith.
yeah, Meredith country like me.
Okay.
And then as you turn towards the door leading into the living room, you see it swing open and Meredith's face pops on through. She sprints across the room and throws herself at the both of you, grabs you in an embrace, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, I never thought I'd see you again."
I mean, say, baby girl.
I'm crying too. I'm so sorry, Meredith. I should have been there for you. I'm so sorry.
No, don't you worry, baby brother. This is not on you.
Okay.
Like a switch.
Don't you worry. Your little hearts. All that matters is that we're together again.
I'm so sorry I have not been there for you. You've been there for me through the 5 years that Upri was gone. You've been there, and I was not there for you when you needed it most. And I will never let that happen again. I'm so sorry.
Sweet, my dear. You've always been there for us. No matter what voices you have in your head, you have always been there for your family. We see the love you have for them. For us. And I love you too, brother.
I forgot I was a male.
That's all right. I wrote it down.
Yonsei looks in Mare's eyes, and this gives them the biggest hug. I guess since Upri's there too, I also wrap my arms around
Better.
Upri.
She.
I'm gonna pick the both of them up.
Okay, you pick
Crunch.
her up. Oh, I see you've gotten a lot stronger.
She just came back from the dead. Can you kind of lighten that up?
And as you place her down, she kind of like takes like one step back, still staying relatively close. And she goes, "All right, I have so many questions, but for tonight, can we just have a meal together as a family?"
Yeah, I think that's all right.
As I'm wiping the tears, of course.
But then we should really get going. I think we should keep you somewhere safer than here.
Ren will stand up, holding the his side where he got stabbed brutally. I could use a rest.
Oh, dagger.
That's bleeding.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I'm really hurting.
You're
over here.
welcome to join the family for dinner. I appreciate everything that I'm assuming you have done for us, reuniting us is just thank you so
Yeah,
much.
of course, I just really need to like lie down.
Yeah, absolutely. I will take you down to the sleeping quarters, and you can have a nice little lay down.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, I'm gonna go take a little rest as well, and we can get ready for dinner after that.
I'm going to follow Mare. I'm not letting her out my sights.
Mayor, what's the last thing you remember?
I remember. Oh, is this something we could talk about later?
Yeah, we can talk about it later.
You asshole.
I'm just so happy to see you again.
Me too, Mayor.
But do you remember the circus world? I think I just want to get that. Or do you? Is it pre-circus world? Or is it-
Just cover
I look
Ren's
at
mouth.
Ren. She said she will discuss it later.
Sorry.
She's coping.
As two Eldritch Blasts get ready.
They're warming up.
They're warming up.
Upri, is this the first time you've seen your family since you went to the Void, or did you, whenever Beyonce rescued you?
Oh, shit. I guess it's been like 8 years.
Something like that.
Nah, you would have like gone back.
No, we went directly from when I saved them to
Yeah.
Harrow.
You
Ma-
passed through the Enchanted Forest to get to Harrow.
We did. I did.
Blades. I remember seeing the family as Blades.
Yeah, I don't think
We
Upri
haven't.
we
hasn't been
established
back.
that Upri never went
Yeah.
back.
Oh.
In the previous season of Shadows of
Because
Prophecy.
that's why Beyonce was so mad. Because it was like, we need to go do this shit.
And I just wanted to go home.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So yeah, it's
It's like, Upri, you're still
changes
alive?
some of the reactions.
Upri, where
Yeah, it's weighted. This shit is weighted. It's been legit probably like 6 to 8 years
All
for
right.
them.
Let's redcon that entire conversation.
Sorry.
We'll just narrate it as like when you arrive, like she just throws herself at you, no words, and when you start asking questions, she's just like, I want to tell you everything. I want to know everything about what happened to you. I want to know where you've been. I want to know why all of this is happening. What have you gotten yourself into, Upri? But for the time being, I think we could all do with a little bit of rest.
Has the rest of the strays still been sleeping during this reunion?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is going to happen at least 2 more times, maybe 4 times.
What? We could just do it all at once. Ride the hip.
I
Okay,
took
let's go lie down.
All right. So you all
montage
take
to
a
it.
nice little nap.
Do we get a full rest, a long rest?
Yeah, you're gonna get a long rest.
Perfect.
Like you spend some time recovering. Everybody is spending time recovering. The strays are in a deep, deep slumber. Like they are exhausted. When they finally wake up, it's like the next day at this point. And they all greet you with the same like energy as Meredith did. They have so many questions for Upri. They want to ask them all, and some of them do ask many, many, many questions to get your side of the story and figure out what has happened to you and how you're back. And Alton's a little pissed that all you sent was a letter. When you returned, you didn't pay them a visit, that you ran off to Harrow, and then they heard that you might have died as the city was destroyed, and then Siag fell, and then they disappeared into some fucking realm.
Do they remember that? Like,
They do. They do remember.
being puppeted?
They remember parts of the experience. They explain it as somewhat dreamlike. somewhat
stabbing.
fleeting. No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna compliment her on ability to stab people because she hit hard.
Yeah. And she just smirks. And then at the end of the day, everybody kind of like lets go of the what ifs. And they come together and they prepare a meal together. And you, all four of you, come together with them. You build this meal. You sit down. You have a dinner. There is so much to talk about that we are not going to roleplay all of it because that would be insane.
You don't want to swap between 6 to 7 voices?
Yeah.
That may or may not talk to each other?
No, I do not. So we are just going to say that this all happens. You spend several days before you get back on the road again. And they would like to meet you in Antropolis. You've explained to them that that is where you believe that this is all going to come to a point, that you've already sent Aquila and Zahir and Bran there, and that's where they are headed. They know that the Underkeep's probably best left to you all to sort out. Having heard about Daphne and Cyril and Alice and your exes being merged into a monster with a demigod from ancient times, like, there's so much explaining
y'all
that
are
happened.
oversharing with my family. All right.
There's a jewel
need
in
to know
both
all
of those
that.
skulls. Yeah.
Okay, so the way that I envision all of this happening
So
is
my
that, like,
boyfriend.
you
my
kind of
boyfriend.
have to explain stuff. Like, you're at a point where, like, you can't beat around the bush anymore. Things just have to be said.
I love beating around.
So that people can start to piece things together. And they are persistent. You don't think your family is going to keep asking you until you finally tell them why all of this is happening? Yeah.
They're going to have to, and they do.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you jumped into a hedge and you got stuck as you were being chased by crazed people at a bacon party?
Oh, shit. We go all the way back. Tell them all that shit.
Let's start from the very beginning.
This
it's a very good place to
Is the
start.
tale of Pam Pam.
Oh
Attend
my
the tale of
gosh,
Pam Pam.
the tale
They are
of Pam
forever
Pam.
with us.
Pour one out for the homie.
Turns out this whole campaign is just the tale of Pan Pan.
Yeah.
Pan Pan has been working behind the scenes.
I believe it.
Hiding in bushes.
If you,
Yeah,
if
hiding
you go
in
back and watch the footage, there's a bush in every scene.
Yes. with a little Pam Pam head. That is
Oh my gosh.
perfect.
So yeah, that's like everything's out on the table. They're gonna meet you in Antropolis. One, because like that seems logical for all of the information that you've been provided and all the information they've been provided. And two, because mechanically that just is easier for all of us if we just put everybody over into Antropolis and we will have them there when we are ready to interact with them again. All right? Yes.
I write them a introduction letter to Mara
Beautiful.
so that they can get into Lark's Perch and stay there if they want. That's it.
I'm going to ask Nim, do you know like Leomund's tiny hut or Mordenkind's magnificent mansion as you're traveling on the road to keep you guys safe?
Oh, yeah. I do.
I think holding my side. I think they'll be fine.
Okay.
We've healed by now. Stop
Oh,
milking that
I
wound.
still got stitches and a scar. Like, it's not
Stop milking that wound. Some of us have died. Before we leave, I'm assuming we're about to start making our way about to say downtown, but that's not what I meant.
Fucking fast.
Exactly. I'm going to hug each of my family members and look at them and say, we're going to get through this as a family. Mainly because we have no choice but to. But this will not be the last you see of us. We will see you in Antropolis. And we will have our old life back. Albeit some changes, but we'll have it back.
As a family.
As a family.
As a family. And then I go through all of the voices.
As a family.
As a family.
As a family, governor.
That's open.
It's okay.
Oh.
As a family. Is Varn.
What's his name? What does his name sound like?
Peggy Sue.
Oh.
As a family.
That's
Remember?
Nim? Whoa.
Yeah, remember
He said
how
Ope.
Nim goes, oh, guess we lost one.
Oh yeah, she's.
Is Ope a Midwestern D?
It's a Midwestern
yeah.
thing.
Nim
Oh.
goes, as a family.
Oh, let me scooch on past you there.
Sorry about your sister.
And Senan is just like, as a family.
Now this feels like the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Familiar.
So that all happens. You all keep hugging. Meredith goes in for like 3 hugs before all is said and done. And Nim's packed you a little lunch sack. Each of the strays incorporate something into a little kind of like memento gift to you all. And
Do we get shinies?
possibly, if I can find my stack of papers. So before you truly set off towards the world, as you're all saying your goodbyes over and over and over again, like you all were raised by a Midwesterner, so you say goodbyes for 2 hours.
Just standing at the door.
Just standing at the door. Nim slips away for like a moment, and he returns
With shinies.
with several things. So, this is
Did
for
you also let a wall down?
Salvador.
Ooh, Sal gets a shiny.
Ooh.
So he has like an armful of things that look a little older, like he's been holding on to them for a while.
Really need that.
What?
Yeah. Like he's been holding on to them for a while, almost as if they are like family heirlooms or something special. And Upri, Yancey, you've seen these from time to time.
This is in the lock room.
There's no locked room, but yes, it's something that he keeps in his personal effects, and they're wrapped in this cloth. And as he returns back to the room, you see that he takes the cloth off of it to reveal a sword, a ring.
Finally! I mean, yeah.
And a small amulet.
Papa, really?
And
You could totally punch someone.
I'm gonna knock him out with it. Some brass rings.
he motions towards the group and says, "These were passed down for me from my mom and pop, and they were part of an adventuring group long before I adopted you two. And these are some of the things that reminded me of them. I've held on to them these years. It's not much. I think whatever you're facing is much bigger than I could even fathom, but I want to do as much as I can to help you along the way, and I think that you could put these to good use. Will you please take them and cherish them and help bring our family back together for good? Drive this evil back from whence it came and bring peace to this world.
Yeah, I think we can do that, Nim Nim.
And I think I speak for both Upri and myself is we are so glad that you found us and adopted us all those years ago.
Oh, yeah, that too.
And
I wouldn't have had it any other way.
you had no choice. I mean, oh.
Well, I absolutely chose to adopt you. And you have brought me nothing but joy. I love you both dearly. And I wish I could be with you at all times on this, whatever this road has in store for you. But I will see you in Antropolis. We will convene with this Aquila woman that you have spoke about and ensure that we can fight this together. Now, what were you saying again, Yonsei? Sorry, I got very emotional and... It doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you.
All that matters is the love between us. And I know your love for me, and I hope you know my love for you. My dear boy.
No, not the dear boy part. No. We gotta rework that.
Oh, I want to kneel down and hug Nim for the gift that he's given me.
Oh, of course. I hope that you can use it well and that it helps you keep them safe. That is all I ask of you.
Yeah.
I put the ring on and I'm like, oh, this is gonna do damage. I mean, oh, this looks so pretty.
I don't know. Well, our next long rest, I'll sleep with my sword and figure out what it does. Gotta attune to it, so.
You as well. Keep my family safe.
Yes, sir.
I'm counting on ya. All right. We're going to pretend that everything is okay,
So Midwestern.
and we are going to do what we need to do. But every day is going to be a battle. And I do expect you to write me with this time more often than you did when you were in that godforsaken hero.
Nim Nim, I know you did your best, but we both know I struggle right. One of the letters that Jan sends will be from me.
If all you write is your name, that is good enough for me. Okay?
I mean, I could do a heart on the eye.
Looks like a star.
And maybe something that lets me know that you've been eating.
Like,
I mean, and
Well-
she just...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see you've been eating. Good on ya.
I'll put some crumbs in the letter. Just so you know.
Thank you, Yancy.
Just gets an envelope full of ants.
you been eating bugs up here again? But yeah. What'd you get up? What? It's a pretty fancy ring. What does it do?
Yeah.
What a great time for us to go on a break so that we can go on a traveling trip to the Underkeep. Because that is where our story will take us next.
Holiday.
So we are going to go on a short little break. And when we return, we will be in a different place. So, see you soon.
Magic of travel.
All right. So before the break, we said our goodbyes to the strays for another time,
Not forever.
but not forever.
Probably.
Hopefully. They have taken off to Entropolis. You part ways and you make your way to the Underkeep because that's where you've been going this whole time. You're gonna finally meet that voice in Upri's head.
Which one?
The
Daphne?
nice one? Daphne. We're gonna meet Daphne.
The long-winded, befuddled one.
How many days does that take?
So it's only like 2 or 3 more days.
Okay.
It's all within the Enchanted Forest now. So you've had multiple days of travel. So any preparations that you would like to make during that time as you're traveling through the forest, you may. You all have multiple long rests. And we are now going to bring ourselves to one of the evenings along the pathway as you have all made camp and you sit around the fire finishing up your dinner for the evening. You can hear the crickets in the distance, the night birds hooting, echoing through, thank you, echoing through the forest, rustling in the bushes and the leaves as the wind blows, and the crackling of the fireplace. Luckily, our audience already has sound effects.
Listen, I wanted to be a
AKA.
I wanted to be a dove of sorts.
So as you are all sitting around the fireplace, what are you doing?
Well, Ren at least would be like looking over the sword that Nim gave him. It's a rapier.
Yeah, it is a rapier.
And I don't know, I haven't attuned to it yet, so I have no idea what it does.
I mean, you can attune to it over the time that you are traveling.
I mean, yes. That
Okay.
is the plan. Do
You
guys-
just have been waiting till tonight.
Yes, exactly.
To
So
break it out.
Yeah.
Throughout the journey, I've been adding spells to my spell storing, and I think tonight I'm adding the last of 5 in it. And as you all are talking, I'm just like, it's very my precious. I'm just like, I'll do it. I'm just like kind of like storing the spell in this like, it glows a little. The letters on the ring glow, and then it fades and it becomes a normal ring again. I'm like, well, that took a couple of days, but done.
So now you got 2. You got the ram one and the...
Yeah, I'm running out of attunement spells, attunement slots. But yeah, I'm very blinged out right now.
It's very suiting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does attunement feel like? I've never attuned to anything before.
It feels like the perfect.
I find it helps when you breathe out.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I was gonna,
Because Ren has literally never attuned to a
Oh.
magic. I've never had a magical item to attune to.
it feels
First
like the
time.
light touch of a prostate.
Oh.
Oddly enough,
I know what that feels like.
because you're not a magic user, your only experience with magic has been Titan magic.
Ooh.
Attuning
prostate?
feels similar. Like it feels like the energy's flowing through you when you attune with something. The energy flows through you into the instrument, and then
And do I automatically know what the thing does once I've attuned to it?
you kind of get like you can feel like the energies of it. You don't necessarily know exactly what it does, but you feel the like drive and current.
Okay.
So what does that sword do?
It's a dancing sword.
Okay.
So if I speak the command word, it levitates, and I can command it to attack.
Okay.
What's the
so we'll
word?
say that
don't
what you
know.
feel is like this draw towards the words on the hilt.
What language are they in?
They are written in Gnomish.
Gnomish. I don't speak Gnomish.
And you see the name River written underneath the Gnomish script,
Okay. Well, it says river on it.
which would be their grandfather.
That's not the command word.
No, that is the name of Upri and Yancey's grandfather, River. The ring has Dahlia written on it.
Fun.
Inside, just inscribed on the inner circumference of the ring.
I can speak Gnomish.
Yeah.
You can?
The
I don't know if I can read it.
cloak has like a label stitched on the inside neck that is embroidered to read, "To our darling Nim."
Aww.
Nim's personal cloak.
I had a feeling that whenever he was shifting in that battle, this was that cloak.
Yeah. And the amulet, which is given to Upri, is like a little charm for Fern.
Amulet.
You got a little
Yeah, you got an
amulet. It's not magical in property. It's just meaningful. It's something that
Oh.
Dahlia made for Nim to hang as like a little charm on his staff.
Now I want charms for Fern.
And now you have a charm
Nokia
for
phone.
Fern.
Oh my god.
Just hangs at the end.
Yeah.
I also need a fat cat and a donut.
Oh, that's very cool.
So that is the story behind all of these
branches.
items, is that they are your grandparents' possessions / the gifts they gave Nim throughout his life. And they are mementos that he has held on to remember them because they have passed. They passed a long time ago. From your perspective, Upri and Yancey, because gnomes live for like 400, 500 years. So the distance was they were long past by the time you arrived into the picture. And Ren,
Oh.
you had your hand raised.
Yeah, I was just wait. I just wanted to be. I don't speak Gnomish, but
Yeah.
Upri speaks Gnomish.
Yeah.
Is the Gnomish script the same letters as the common script?
Yeah.
So Upri could sound
you
it
could
out.
sound it out.
Could you? Do you mind? Just like, what does that say
What does what say?
on the hilt there? Right next to.
Oh, that says river. Oh.
The other one. I don't speak
Um,
Gnomish, so there's some like accents that I don't know how to say.
It says
Balenciaga.
Yes, incredible.
it says Balenciaga.
Okay, so Balenciaga.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so as you say the words, you feel it pull away from your hand.
Whoa, hold on. Where? Wait. I just toss it out to the air.
And you let it lift out of your hand and it starts spinning, right? Is
No,
that
it
what
just
it
floats
is?
there.
Oh, it just floats.
Kind of like,
Yeah, so it
kind of
just
like
kind of
Bob's.
hovers.
That's gonna be awkward if we stand up and we accidentally just stab ourselves. Like, because is it
It
in a
kind of
hilt?
like moves with you, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, and I can I'll do like weird hand motions and it'll like float around me.
Yeah, and if anybody goes to try to touch it, it kind of just like, it feels like there's like a little cushion between you and it that kind of like pushes it away. Like if you were to try to grab something on the surface of water by dragging your hand across the surface, the waves would like push it away.
So they can't.
That was a
touch it.
really complicated description.
Saying
So if like a leaf was sitting on a pond of water and you took your hand and dragged it along the water and tried to grab the leaf, it would get pushed
you're losing
by
Upri. Stop
the
it.
wave.
Some drool.
Oh,
It's like a
away from
force
you.
field. Yeah.
Upri starts bleeding from the ears. It's too much thought.
This is how I explain things.
I'm really thrilled that I got Nim's cloak because he's a gnome and I am a tiefling. So it's like a half cloak, which I really love.
Oh my god,
Oh.
it's
Just like a mantle.
It's a
soldier.
It's a mantle, yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, I love that.
But
okay.
Mantle of displacement.
Yeah,
Mantle
so this
displacement.
makes me hard to hit now.
You are hard to look at.
That's really
No, I mean,
mean.
That's really mean,
You're-
Ren.
Wow.
No, that's
mean-
not what I mean. It's just you.
I'm
you're
like wavy.
You're shifty and wavy, and it actually makes my brain hurt a little bit. So I'm gonna stop.
Well, it doesn't work all the time. I have to activate it.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna pretend like you activated to practice.
Yeah. And I stop it.
Oh. You know when you like look at like on like a TV screen or like see something that's like where there's like patterns are really in depth and they make your brain hurt.
Mhm.
That's what Red feels like when. Anyways, not the point.
I'm just gonna prune and water and clean Fern, make her look all pretty for her new necklace.
As you're like pruning her, you see that there's some new growth along the handle. Just a couple little
Like offshoots.
offshoots.
Like she had about to have baby.
And like a flower bud is starting to unfurl on one of them.
Wow, that's so weird. She's a maple tree. I wonder if this is the forest spirit.
She's a maple. Has she ever fruited before?
Maple tree's fruit.
Yeah.
What does
did
the
it
fruit look
fr-
like?
Yeah.
They're the seeds.
Oh, gotcha.
Those are maples, right?
Maples have seeds.
Yeah,
and
the
they
hello
have
choppers.
flowers.
The helicopters, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, has she ever made seeds before?
I don't think so. She doesn't really,
Yeah, I never realized.
because
those were
typically trees go through that seasonally, and she's not really affected by the seasons.
Oh.
So she's always just like flush and green.
And she's a she tree, but she's not like shooting out I almost said
Pollen?
sperm. Pollen
mean-
everywhere.
Actually, I don't know.
fruit. Maybe hermaphrodite.
Sorry, now I'm feeling real self-conscious that I misgendered my tree. Maybe.
Well, when the flower blooms, we'll be able to tell.
Fern, I'm just going to look
Not
at
Troy
Fern.
Sivan.
Fern, are you really a thorn? Fern? Fern?
No, but once
fern?
once that bud blooms, though, we can look at the inside of the flower and be able to see whether it's a male or a female tree.
But they all flower.
But they all flower.
Yes.
Just one will be a pollen creator and one will be a pollen acceptor.
No,
I don't know
verse.
actually know enough about plants to know what those different.
Pistils and stamens.
That one.
Pistils and stamens. And many times trees have both.
Yeah. Like they'll
hermaphrodites.
self-pollinate. I can't remember what maple is, though, IRL.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. This is fantasy maple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him.
But trees are like one of my special interests, and I don't remember.
As Russell or as Upri?
As Russell.
Okay.
Plants in general. Tulip trees are pretty cool.
Ooh, a tulip tree.
They have them at Borderlands.
Oh.
Highly recommend. No. The state park. That's near like Foxborough and
Oh,
stuff.
gotcha.
Gotcha.
It's cute.
Anyways.
I want to pull Ren aside and in a hushed tone ask him, well, you read that contract.
Yeah.
What exactly do you think it's what do you think about it?
I mean, it's pretty. It was pretty detailed on its like requirements and the like what each side needs to uphold. So I'm not too worried about the director, assuming the director is actually bound to the contract.
That was my concern because
I mean, I can't tell that. I don't know enough. I can't read the magic enough to be able to be like, that's for sure going to happen. But it guarantees the safety of the strays, unless we don't end up having Alice break down the wall. In
Yeah.
which case, Meredith, then the strays' safety is not guaranteed, and Meredith is taken back.
yeah. I just feel given their bent on theatrics that there is a body double or a twist or something in the wings.
Not that I could see from the contract. The contract was very
Oh, yeah.
straightforward.
I know. I just knowing this entity, it is not a clear cut. You do this, you do some demolition for me, and we're square.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think that any of our Titans are clear cut about anything. At least from my experience with mine.
Yeah, maybe Marky had the best one. Where they're just, nobody remembers me. You remember me. Bingo, bango. They got it done.
That's fair.
But okay.
Marky.
I wonder what they're doing right now. Probably.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
Ellie.
stage. Her.
Ellie is not here.
She just like comes out of the.
Yeah, she's
Can
just
you
hiding in the.
imagine?
She's
I've just been hiding under the basement this whole time.
While that's happening and I'm pruning or taking care of Fern, you just see Upri like adjusting the necklace on her, and then she just gets sucked into Fern, and then just gets shot out of a nearby tree. It goes, "Whoop!" Holy shit!
What? Yeah. Holy shit.
You can
What?
teleport?
I don't know what the fuck was that. I'll just keep touching Fern again. Pick Fern up, shake her. Fern? Nothing happens.
I'm lost as
stride.
well.
Is
but
this a tree stride?
Oh, okay. Yes. Yep, that happens. Thank you.
I did get stuff I haven't used yet. I want to be included.
The charm of tree stride.
Yes.
All right.
What were y'all talking about over there?
Just comparing cloaks.
Uh-huh.
And how did that go?
Well, his is longer, and it's got wings on the inside.
Technically, it's the outside.
Is it on the outside?
Yeah, but I wear.
Oh,
it inside
you
out.
wear it inside out.
I don't want to.
And mine have these two tentacles on the end, so
That's really weird, to be quite honest.
it is. It's a displacer beast, and these are
He
cats
must
that
be
have.
very popular at circuit parties.
Yeah, it's a whole other level.
What's a circuit party? We fade to black.
We all go to bed. I sleep with my sword in order to attune to it. We cuddle together.
I'm not going to sleep yet, but I am writing a letter. I am actually keeping my word to Nim, and I'm writing a letter anytime we stop this, so it'll just be constant
How are you
letters.
sending it? How are you sending it?
The birds.
You just called out a bird. Hey, you!
Tony.
No, it's
Starkindia's Raven has joined us.
Yeah.
Has joined the party.
Raven the
Uh-huh.
Raven.
Raven the Raven.
The Enchanted Forest. Okay, so remember how we've established the Enchanted Forest is a weird ass place where everything moves around and like you just get a vibe of where you're going.
Yeah.
The birds operate on the same wavelength.
yeah, you just go,
Well, what I was going to say,
that takes too long.
what I was going to say is I did retcon a squirrel delivery service back in the
oh
day.
yeah.
Yep, we also- yeah.
Very much, which I just realized what I was thinking is kind of giving God of War Ragnarok that squirrel that's in the world tree that just can travel.
Yes.
I didn't realize that until maybe it was just an internal thought or something deep down in my subconscious. Anyways, every time I write a letter, I just do, and then one of those Enchanted Forest squirrels come, and I speak in their language of common. Can you hand this letter to Nim, please? Here's your payment of 2 nuts, and make sure do not eat the crumbs. The crumbs are for Nim. Okay. Great, thank you.
Wait, do these squirrels only understand common if it's in a Cockney accent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, are we establishing that Godsey doesn't speak common?
I'm just gonna say
normally?
that I'm the only. I know other languages too. So pip pip chop chop. And I will see you. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, late as. And tell your mom I said hi.
Does the squirrel just go later, babes?
Yes. I'm on my way to Essex.
Sure. I'm not gonna destroy your dreams in that endeavor.
It's fantasy. You just said it. So
Yeah. So yeah, the squirrel takes your letter.
I refuse for you to retcon me like you retcon French.
Yeah.
And then became Louis.
Louis was special though.
I will never forget that episode. I mean, what episode? That was real life.
What?
What?
This is factual.
Yes.
Okay.
Either way, I'm done and I go to bed.
All right. We're all going to bed now.
Yes.
All right. So you are going to wake up fully rested and you are going to continue on your journey. You spend another day traveling towards the Underkeep. You've been intermittently drawn towards it by Daphne's voice. Since, remember, she's scrying on you the whole time, so she can guide you there.
She's like 5 degrees west.
Rerouting.
Yes, she's your Google Maps in your head. Upri.
You turn now.
All right. So as you travel through the forest, you feel this like looming, like focus of energy in the direction that you're heading. Like the magical energy that like dissipates throughout the entire enchanted forest is starting to feel heavier and heavier as you travel towards the Underkeep. And eventually, between the trees, you see a glimpse of a stone wall, a mossy stone wall that raises up into the canopy. And as you continue on closer, you see it extend high above the trees. These overbearing walls, just 300 feet up.
I look
that
at Ren.
look like they go off around in a circle, like far off to the right and far off to the left.
Do you think is this the wall that was in the contract?
I doubt it.
Oh,
I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. And either way, Alice would need to be here if we wanted to do that anyway. So
right, that wall. Because the other one are down.
and it was one of them was your figurative wall.
Yeah.
For your Titan.
Hello,
abilities.
are you with us right now?
You're trying to talk to Alice
No, the director.
or the director? Why are we pointing? Is this like a Spider-Man moment?
I mean, I don't hear him, so I think we're good.
Okay.
Oh, I thought the director was female. Oh, learned something new.
Them.
The director is a they them.
Yeah.
The
She,
director
they.
is an entity.
The director is a
Beyond gender.
outside
They're all
the
they're all
material
genders.
plane.
Yeah, the.
The.
You're all so stupid.
The
Yes.
assimilator is definitely a he/him. I mean, hands down. He.
Oh yeah, assimilator he him for sure. That's
Absolute
the energy
trash.
they deliver.
Okay. Well, is there like a door in this wall that we could use?
Yeah,
Or-
there is a large gate. I'm not barring you from entry. I
Oh,
just
it's not
wanted
like a
to
magical, like,
mark
tap certain
the
bricks and
entrance.
get
Nope,
open.
nope. I just wanted to mark the entrance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I know.
we're here.
Every time you come across a door in D&D, it's a
wanna
whole
check it for
fiasco.
traps.
Yeah. You're welcome to do so.
I would like to pick the door.
I would like.
It's open.
I would like to seduce the door.
It is a very grand, ornate, like shaped wood door. Like you can tell that this was made by magic. This is plants were formed into the door and they twisted themselves into this ornate, like curling, flowery pattern. And it's a double door, of course, because drama.
Yeah.
And as you approach it, it's like 20 feet tall. It has this like almost gold gilded shimmer to it, even though it is made of plant. It has this like, it feels like somewhere in the middle between like organic and metallic. It almost defies your understanding of either world.
Do we knock?
Knock, knock.
You knock on the door, and it begins to creak open.
Oh, that was easy. Okay, right.
you feel this warm, moist air rush out of a long chasm
Gosh.
that goes down into the earth beneath the forest.
So a long, moist cavern.
A long, moist cavern.
Is that
Okay, Stephanie Myers.
Large,
we were...
large blue crystals jut out of the walls along the tunnel down, illuminating your path forward, and you hear a faint shimmer that begins to grow.
We just push through, right? We just continue down this long, damp tunnel.
Haven't you been here before?
No.
Oh, have you?
I have not, but can I do a history check on these blue crystals?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Radioactive.
They're blue.
I have a feeling I've seen this in a tower somewhere. Nope, I got 2. But history, that's a 3.
A 3.
Wow.
You remember.
Thank you, Miss Rolls a 2 gets an 18.
Yeah,
Not quite yet.
that's okay. It's a rock.
Soon, though.
Pretty close.
You remember crystals exist.
I do, yeah. Of rocks, these are some of them.
I don't know. That tickled me pink.
How much are these ones worth? Are they glued down by anything?
They are growing out of the walls.
Perfect. I don't steal them.
I chip a couple off and try to make a necklace eventually.
Oh.
As you try, what weapon do you use?
What weapon do I have?
You have a dagger, right?
I have so many weapons that I actually
Right,
don't use.
you just pick up.
Yeah, you got your Yicula.
This is mine now.
I'll just use Eldritch Blast, like a little.
So as you shoot your Eldritch Blast
Baby
at the
blast.
crystal, you see this golden shimmer dome in front of it bounces off your Eldritch Blast and it shoots back out of the tunnel into the forest behind you.
Well, apparently we can't take these with us, so let's keep going. This is a better policy than Walmart's. All right.
Yeah, let's not.
Just put a magical barrier on everything.
Yeah. Yeah, call the customer service to unlock it. And
All right, let's keep walking.
All right.
What?
So you continue down this tunnel and you are slowly descending lower and lower into the earth. Like, it's a very faint decline, but noticeable that you do realize that you are descending under the ground. And this goes on for about half an hour as you trudge further and further and further in. Before you see a light at the end of the tunnel, and that shimmering grows. You continue on towards the light as it gets bigger and bigger. You slowly approach an opening into the cavern. And as you get closer, you see it opens into an enormous cavern. You see a large crystalline bridge that extends far out towards a floating city made of glass. Tall crystalline spires extending towards the roof of the cavern, and everything is coated in this shimmer. Blues and greens, gold and silver, twinkling lights reflecting and refracting off what must be water beneath the floating city. As you see the light cast on the cavern walls that extend up towards what must only be a virtual sky.
impressive city.
Yeah.
It's giving Haro 2, the streets.
But crystal instead of glass.
Now, when you say floating, do you mean like floating like bloop bloop or floating like whoosh whoosh?
No, please.
In there.
Well, you can see the island itself ends before it reaches the cavern. And then you see that it kind of drops off from, so you're kind of still above it going down towards the tunnel. So you get kind of an isometric view of so there's the bridge that goes from the mouth of the tunnel that you're about to exit across to the floating island.
Yeah, but is the island bloop bloop or...
Oh,
Is it floating in the air?
It's in the air.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's no water immediately touching what you can see of the island.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid.
Yes, bloop bloop, and are now canonically the words for water and air.
Yeah, the two kinds of floating. Bloop bloop and whoosh whoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The fact that I didn't even realize what you were talking about and I just accepted it as.
just accept it.
That means you've known me for too long.
That's just life.
I guess we continue down the path into the city.
So we're looking for
Okay, hello.
a library, or the Underkeep is an actual building, or is this, we assume that Underkeep is just this city?
The Underkeep is the city.
Oh, gotcha.
So that is when Daphne
I was gonna say, hello,
starts.
Daphne, we've arrived.
Yeah. I mean, you can't call her, but she calls you.
Don't wanna lie.
Oh, wonderful! You've arrived.
Oh. Daphne?
Hello.
Can we all hear her?
Hi.
Yeah, you can hear her. She's talking to all of you today. Wonderful. I will have Cyril come down to meet you in the center of the city. Feel free to wander about a bit. He'll be able to spot you.
I don't know. We got some new clothes, so
I mean, he'll at least spot me. I say, looking down at you.
yeah, you do stick out.
Ooh,
We're a
shade.
tall party.
It's a good stick out.
If you make your way towards the gardens, that'd be a wonderful place for you to check out. They're quite beautiful this time of year.
Oh, I love a garden.
Side note,
So
I can
awesome.
I can
Got
see
it.
why this can be considered
Yeah,
bloop bloop
garden.
and not a whoosh.
You know, like TD garden, plant garden.
Ina garden.
Ina Garden.
Oh, I love Ina garden. Sorry.
Ina Garden and her gay friends in the garden.
Yeah.
I like saw. I'm sorry. No, I'll after.
Yeah,
She's
please
a
don't go
nuclear
on
physicist. Is that what you're
a
saying?
long
she's
Wow.
tangent
Yeah,
right
like
now.
All right, Beyonce starts walking towards the garden,
Anyway, see ya.
and as I'm walking, I'm like, "Who the fuck is Einer Garden?"
Is this the garden's named after someone named Ina?
Ina garden.
It's Ina's garden.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
So as you make your way into the city, you are met with an opulence that has never been seen before. There's very obviously a lot of magic at work here, suspending the buildings in all sorts of strange geometries that would not be possible if the laws of gravity weren't tweaked ever so slightly. There is a bright sun that shines down, and every time you walk past a new structure, there's that glint that kind of twinkles in your eyes. And you start to pass people on the street wearing Strange fashions. Very
Is it Hunger Games?
extravagant
So like the Capitol in Hunger
and
Games?
streamlined.
Oh.
Very large, geometric blocking of color.
So like they're deco art people.
How do you know what deco is?
Tall,
That's the
pointy
style that dwarves make
hats,
things in.
crooked hats, wide brimmed hats. Hats seem to be something that is
How many
very
tabaxis are there, though?
fashionable.
Oh yeah, are there a lot of tabaxis? I don't
There-
know why.
You
It's the
have
capital.
Oh yeah. fair.
passed some tabaxi. You've passed some dragonborn gnomes and dwarves.
Aarakocra? They're bird people?
Aarakocra. It is the most diverse array of people racially that you've ever seen, but homogenous in their style and stature.
Mm.
Oh.
Looks at our family. What do you mean?
So we need to get hats and then we'll fit in.
Yeah. All matching uniforms.
Is there a hat stand?
Yeah, is there a hat store? Oh my god.
So
Sorry,
one of
we're
the first
shopping the
things you
rest of
do
the session.
pass as you traverse over the bridge, the first thing you come across is to your right, you can see the docks where there are floating boats. You can also see a park.
Are they bloop bloop or whoosh boats?
They're flying
They're
boats.
airboats.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're flying
Okay.
boats. Yeah.
So
Same question.
And off to the left, you see market stalls. These like tall, pointy tents, kind of in a circle around a central fountain, but it's made of light.
Yeah.
So particles of light are arcing out the top of the fountain.
Oh, I immediately
And swirling around in this like artistic display that just dances around the stone statue in the middle.
I put my head in the fountain.
It does not feel wet. It
I open my
just
mouth.
feels like it passes through you.
Does it taste like anything?
No. No taste, no feel, no scent.
Start like
Can I cup it in my hands? Like, can I
No.
catch any light? Oh.
It's almost as if it's entirely illusory.
Oh. That makes sense.
Prestidigitation on steroids.
This is a fountain of storing of prestidigitation.
What sort of hats can we buy?
Yeah, what else is in these stands?
So there's all sorts of things. There are little trinkets. There's a stand of stones, like precious gems.
Okay.
There are some clothing vendors, mostly less full outfits, more accessories. There's like bags, hats, gloves, belts, shoes, jewels, monocles.
Are there any cute little keychains?
glasses. No keychains, no.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe there's a store for keychains, like a full-on brick and mortar store. How much loot do I have left from the castle?
I have 500 gold.
Oh,
What?
I don't remember how I got it, but it's
have,
there.
I have an undetermined amount of wealth so far in this campaign. At least since
I know that you had to give away the queens.
the kings.
Or the kings.
Gave away the king stuff, so I
You
only have
kept
the
the
queen stuff
queens,
left.
which you did give some of that away as well.
Yes,
Because you
and I've been
gave.
buying things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Fairly liberal with my
say that you have about 1,000 gold worth of trinkets remaining.
For Raised Dead. What is the price for Raised Dead? I know it's a gem of a certain value, right?
Raised Dead is 500. There are other, like Revivify only needs a lower level amount of gemmy. So Revivify is a 300 gold diamond.
Okay, I'm going to give you
So Revivify only works up to a minute after death, whereas Raise Dead is I can cast it up to 10 days after death.
And that's just any gem of a 500, or is it?
It has to
gems?
be. It's technically a diamond or the reg. I think I was trying to research this online, and some people were saying it could be multiple
What is online?
online. Well,
It's when you
there's
stand in a line to research things.
Right.
actually the library is very
library.
small.
There's a board called Reddit.
Yeah.
That's like it's like a board that you go to.
and put messages
And
on.
you put
yeah.
messages on. You could leave messages and ask questions, and people will
Oh,
post answers.
because you read it. You read the board.
Exactly, you
read
get
it.
it.
Yeah. And
Oh.
online, you go to the library, you stand in a line, and then you get to the front desk, and you ask your question, and they write it down on a piece of paper, and in like 3 to 5 business days, they give you a call on a sending stone with the piece of information you requested.
Do they also, if you ask a stupid question, call you a bunch of slurs?
Sometimes depends on which city you go to.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna give Sal a $500 gold piece diamond in case we need it.
Okay.
When I have it on hand, I don't want to give it away. So I'll have 500 gold essentially.
Cool.
I'm as rich as you
Tracking
now.
Gold.
I really don't remember how I got this gold, but I didn't just put it there just to put it there.
You stole it.
Oh yeah, I probably did. I am a thief.
Oh, was it from
stole
the Horace's apartment?
Oh, yes, you still
Yeah.
The vault?
Well, he's dead, so
Horace
Oh,
is
that was a
dead.
while ago.
Yeah. Although it's only been like, we were traveling.
We just haven't
Yeah,
been
it's
anywhere
been
where we
like
can
a
spend
month
money.
or two at this point since you left Harrow.
yeah.
Well, I would like to, in our shopping, to fit in more, I would like to find a musketeer-esque hat. You know, like a big brim, but like one side is like tucked up with like a
Ooh,
big-ass
gorgeous.
feather.
Oh, it's fun.
And I like it to be either green or like a leathery color.
Ooh, yeah. So I will say that you can find this like forest green leather.
Like
And there's also like a almost seafoamy green,
my cloak is
like
forest
felt hat.
green.
Okay.
And what's the feather?
The feather is a gold sounds great. Yeah, we're gonna go with a gold
Golden peacock feather.
peacock
Yes, that's
feather.
exactly what I wanted.
And a beige band.
Okay, I'm down for that. Heck yes. How much is it?
In
Is it magical?
let's just say it's like 10 gold.
10 gold. That's an expensive hat.
It is an
taking
expensive hat. This is a bougie ass city. Cause like that's normally like a whole nice outfit.
Yeah. Great. I have a fancy hat now. Anybody else?
I think I'm good with this.
I want a fancy hat too.
All right. Describe the hat that you find because there's a whole array and what this place seemed very small when you showed up. It had this like very boutique vibe where each stand only had like a couple really nice looking things on them. But like as you're like moving about, you're realizing there's so much more stuff that you're finding than appears to exist at first glance. And you realize that has something to do with the way that each of the stands, as you approach them, seems to just expand, revealing more space along whatever silk or satin or mat they have across the table.
Mood.
Yeah.
Extra dimensional space.
Absolutely. Extra dimensional
stand.
spaces. And anytime you're talking with one of the vendors and you ask them about like something you're looking for, they just like pull some sort of bag or briefcase or like chest open and they just like pull what you're looking for out
Mary
or
Poppins.
something similar to it. And they display it. You get to see all sorts of different things. To try it on, and they always can pull out they just pull out a mirror from thin air, show you, put it away.
So the hat that I am eyeing is part of actually a set. So it is a beret.
All right.
That is encrusted with the crystals.
Like Swarovski.
Yeah.
Has Swarovski. What color is the beret? Are we
Let's
doing
say-
a black beret with a?
Why gotta be
Swarovski?
black? I'm kidding. It's honestly, yes, I like the
I mean, that's where I thought you were going with it.
black, but with the
crystals.
the crystals are like an iridescent like teal,
Ooh,
Very fun.
That's gorgeous.
and it comes with these two gloves that doesn't cover up the hand. It's like one of those like gloves that go
Fingerless.
no, they have it's just fingers.
Oh, it's just fingers.
Oh,
So you
just
hold
the
it.
fingers. Ooh, is there
Interesting.
any sort of like chain or anything across the hand
No, that's
to connect
tacky.
them? No.
But it is also encrusted in that same. They're black and they are encrusted in that same iridescent teal crystal.
Oh my.
That is sexy.
And then the final piece is a necklace that is. It's a dark black crystal with one spot of iridescent teal.
Okay.
And I just look at that and I'm like, I want that.
All right.
Money is an object. I have 10 gold.
I thought you had 500.
They don't know that.
Okay, they're not gonna give it to you for 10.
How much?
They will accept 15.
Deal.
I just need to make it more expensive.
Yeah, because it's got literal gemstones on it.
I'll take it.
Like glass gemstones.
Oh, there's
Swarovskis.
cubic zirconium. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is a 3-piece number.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Gotcha.
Upri.
yeah.
Can I get two obnoxiously large sun hats? One for me, one for Fern.
Wow. A plant with a hat.
Yeah, you can. They like begrudgingly pull it out of like a chest in the back and they're like this.
Oh, perfect. I'm just going to pick it up and tie it around Fern. You look so pretty.
And I look at them like, you got an issue with what my sister wants?
No, absolutely not, Beyonce.
How much is it?
I will part ways with that for 1 gold.
Wow.
Take it, please.
And as I'm walking away, I just flick it towards them.
Thanks, young. I'm going to immediately just go into a public space and twirl with Fern and hit a whole bunch of people.
Like Maria von Trapp in Sound of Music.
I just start dancing.
Well, now I feel like I need to get a hat too. I go to a what's the word? I don't want to say unobnoxious, but a very plain hat dealer.
Unassuming.
An unassuming
Okay.
hat dealer. And I want to get a kepi, which is sort of an old style hat that people in the Civil War used to wear.
Can you describe that for
It is
the people
it
who
is
don't
basic-
know what that means?
It's basically
Yeah.
cylindrical with a little bill on it. It's sort of like what
kind of like a baseball cap, but more structured.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting. What color or material? Are you looking
We'll
for?
say it's basically just like this picture. It's black on the outside with a red top.
Oh, you're basically getting back into your outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preparing for battle.
Is it just one color?
No, it's 2-colored.
It's
What?
black along the side with a red
Oh.
top.
Flat on top.
So it's flat on top, yeah.
Oh.
So like a conductor hat?
Do conductor? Oh, like a train conductor. Yeah, it is very similar to that. For trains, a train is a mean of conveyance that Upri is aware of.
I've seen a train before.
Yeah.
There was one in Harrow.
Yeah.
That was the first one, but
I remember.
But you read about them in books
Yeah.
beforehand.
yeah, I read.
Saw them. Saw pictures of them in books beforehand.
You got me.
There was an encyclopedia set that Nim had in the library of the
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah.
Further building that
With
the
all the
forest is
pictures.
British for some reason.
The squirrels, that tracks entirely. Yeah.
Cool. we have hats now.
You all
Perfect.
have hats.
Does Cyril find us?
Can we cue a slow motion, us all arm in arm walking down the street to like a hot girl music song?
I don't know about arm in arm, but we can like just walk in a cluster.
I'll hook arms with Upri.
Thank you.
Oh, fine.
I will not. I walk slightly ahead.
What's that song? She's a lady.
Whoa.
Cloak flowing behind. Back to my roots of posing.
Yeah.
Slow motion.
So the way that the city is structured is that you can see that, like, you kind of veered off to the left, went through the market. If you would have kept going straight, it seemed a little bit more residential. And over to the right, you can see that there's more like, it's more like shopping storefronts. But down that like shopping, like mag mile style, there is like gardens that you can see, with these like giant pergolas, more of those light fountains, beautiful, lush, colorful flora. Not fauna, that'd be weird.
I mean, you said they were tabaxi.
I really thought that was a cat.
Tabaxi, our cat.
Well, no, like a
People.
big cat.
Oh no, I thought when you said tabaxi, as someone who still doesn't really know much about D&D, I just thought there was just a world full of cats here. It's like, why do we care that there's cats running around?
Oh, no,
Yes, cat
Yeah.
people. Bipedal.
Because you'd have wares.
Felines
Would you like to see my
that can speak common and are very intelligent.
Yeah.
Got it.
Is there a full black one that's named Twilight?
No,
Okay.
you haven't asked anybody their name. Unless you want to start going around the Underkeep and asking every tabaxi that you meet their name.
It's okay.
I mean,
We
don't
getting-
tempt me. Don't challenge me.
Yeah, I really need to stop giving you things.
You know
Yes.
who I am.
You gotta come up with
misconstrued as
cat accents now.
challenges. All right, so are you heading towards the gardens?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
like Daphne instructed you to do so. Okay.
Is Daphne just in our ear the whole time shopping?
It's like,
All right, do you see him yet?
you look good. Get that hat.
Oh, she can see what we're doing.
See what you're doing. She does. She does give you like when everybody's like trying on the little hats, because she sees things from like your perspective.
Oh, so she just sees me spinning with the upper.
Yeah. She's getting sick.
So she gives like little like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love how the turquoise iridescence like glints with the rest of the crystals in the Underkeep and da 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 da. So yes, she's not in a rush for you to find.
Oh,
them.
so she's also a hap queen.
Yeah, she's a hype queen. In like the sweetest way. She's like, oh dears, that's so sweet, that's so pretty.
Go on.
I think that's it.
Oh.
I wish I could pull off something like that.
Sorry that you're in disembodied voice.
Oh, we'll meet shortly.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we're gonna meet in person. I knew that. Let's keep walking to the eye in her garden.
So as you make your way towards the garden, you see in the center of the garden aisle, there is this man that is leaning up against one of the like marble columns of the pergola. He has this like white hair that's like piled in this like almost swirling messy bun on top of his head, tied up with a black ribbon, and he has this like draping silk cover up that like flares out to reveal layers of intricately embroidered silks and gold set jewels that just like hang across his like plunging
Plunging what?
neck.
His neck plunges.
Plunging shirt
shirt.
on his
Wait,
neckline.
now I'm just
Neckline.
picturing Gail in that hot ass gown.
Yeah.
The water mother one.
Oh.
Though they're just like all the way.
Yeah.
As he notices you.
Cuts too.
Yeah.
You see that he straightens himself up, pushes himself off of the column, and starts to walk towards you. And he goes, "Well, you must be Upri, the big one, right? Salvador, the pink one.
Yeah,
Wow.
very blunt.
Beyonce, the black one.
Oh, he went there.
And Ren,
The white one?
the white one.
I guess you'd be the green one too.
Yeah, why did you get
Yeah,
Sorry.
but it says she just called me fan.
I was only given short descriptions of your images. That was probably the best way to define a group
Daphne, can we just...
based on their distinctions.
Did you really tell him that Yana's the black one?
Need some sensitivity training.
I mean, she did also say something about him having a very flashy style, and I do say I love that hat and those fingertips.
I also have a tattoo on my chest. There are so many other ways to identify me.
Jumpsuit. Yeah.
A whole Jacron, whatever. It's Jaconda's tree. Jaconda?
Chakandra.
Yes,
Wakanda.
sorry. I do love your tattoo as well, but sorry, Daphne did not give me that information.
Daphne, a word.
Oh.
Anyways, sorry for the uncomfortable introductions. My name is Cyril, and it is a pleasure to meet the four of you.
I'm African Enchanted Forest. Sorry, that was funny. Continue.
I trust that your travel was well.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
I mean,
I
We
mean, we
almost
literally
died.
didn't have any fights on the way here.
we were sidetracked into a circus themed
Oh.
interdimensional place.
Yes, Daphne did fill me in on the details of that sticky situation. These titans are interesting. I would love to hear all about them. Fancy some tea?
Yeah.
We can go back to Daphne's abode. It's very homely, comfortable, and probably better suited for you than my house. There's just a lot of research bits and baubles about. It's just not a very comfortable place to just...
Oh, you got a
Yes,
lot of
yes, yes,
research
yes.
Bibles out.
Shall we be off then?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Let's follow the whatever your signifier is.
Oh, yeah, I'm Upri, she, her.
Oh, yes, yes, I'm aware. Upri.
She, her.
She, her. Oh, so sorry. He, him.
I gestured
He, him. Thank you, my dear, for reminding me. I, too, need to be better about that. Among many things. Are you hungry by any chance? There is this gorgeous bakery just around the corner on the way to Daphne's.
Do they sell croissants?
Yes, they have croissants. They have many, many wonderful things. The croissant is probably lower on the menu. Not something that I would go to.
They got any fruit tarts?
Fruit tarts, yes. Oh my goodness, do they? And only the best produce.
All imported. Oh, well, you can probably grow things magically here. Never mind.
Oh yes, yeah. We have the best grow houses in the world.
I bet you do.
Also that kind as well.
Oh, can we stop there as well?
Oh.
Oh, Daphne will have plenty. Don't you worry.
Oh,
it helps with her seeing.
I bet it does.
Yeah, let's go to the bakery. I don't mind bite to eat.
Yeah. And we can show off our hats.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
Is Cyril
right
wearing...
this way.
Is he wearing a hat?
He does not have a hat on.
Okay.
Tacky.
He doesn't want to distract from the plunging.
Yes, he just really needs to show off his chest.
I'm not complaining.
I bet you are. Slut. I'm kidding.
So you are going to, he's going to lead you down the street and around the corner. There's this bakery. And you notice as you're walking down the street, because it's like there's shopping storefronts. And as you look at each store, you see the whole like window of the storefront. It like opens up to reveal the contents of the store. But as you pass it, you see it kind of just accordion back, and the next storefront will open up. Because the entire road is only 200 feet long, but you pass stores for a bit. And there's like hundreds of stores along this road. But each of them is really just a door when you look down the street. You turn the corner, you make your way to the bakery. It opens up, and as it opens up, the scent of the baked goods also envelops you. Lavender. Have you ever had lavender lattes? My treat.
What's a latte?
You don't know what a latte is. Oh my goodness. You are going to love the Underkeep.
I do not like Zero at all. Oh, this reminds me of so many queer people that I just cannot fuck with. Oh my gosh. And with that, we'll be going on. I'm kidding.
Lavender latte.
Actually, can I get a dirty chai?
A dirty chai. Of course you can. They have it all here. Do you want bubble tea? Bubble tea?
Do they put
I'm
actual
gonna try.
bubbles?
What's a bubble tea?
Well, it is something that was developed over in Gladia. They take these, I believe it's tapioca powder, flour.
Okay.
Tapioca flour, and they make it into a dough. They cook it, and then they put it in usually a milk tea based drink, and sometimes it's not milk, sometimes it's not tea, but anyways, that's the bubbles.
While he's talking, Upri's already at the counter. Yeah, he's mine. I'll have dirty chai. I'll have those 3 fruit tarts over there.
Do you want a croissant? Croissant.
I will take a dirty chai with boba. I will take a fruit tart. I will take a ham and cheese croissant. I will take a chocolate croissant, and I will also take a an empanada. I don't know. They have them.
Wow.
Empanadas.
Yeah, they have empanadas too.
And one spanakopita.
They have like sweetbread.
There's like this little like window where you can see, or actually there's a series of windows, or like they kind of look like mirrors behind the like the front table, where you just see like different rooms through the mirror that look like they are from like completely different parts of the world. And so when you order off the menu, you see them starting to deliver from various places. So like you see a person like come through the portal carrying like the spanakopita from one mirror. Yes, exactly. It's like mind breaking for some of you.
Oh my God, but I want that, but also with conveyor belts in real life.
It's like a conveyor belt sushi, but it's just from a different portal.
An interdimensional conveyor belt sushi place. Oh my God.
I don't know what I want. Something with chocolate.
A mocha. Do you like mogos?
Oh no, I'm just to eat.
Oh, gotcha.
What's a mocha?
There's pan au
That's
chocolat.
Wait, is that French?
What's French?
You know, like a croque monsieur.
It's from Capaluna.
Oh.
Fuck you to say?
Capaluna?
Capaluna. Capoeira. I'm kidding. I'm done.
You know the nation northeast of here?
Listen, I'm from the Enchanted Forest. I know the Enchanted Forest and then East Enchanted Forest and then Harlem.
Which is South Enchanted Forest.
Exactly.
If you look over the map on the wall over there,
Oh.
they have each of the portals marked and where the various menu items come from. But Carbolina is over here to the northeast.
Oh, fun.
More east than north. But if you haven't been, you must go. They have
Should I?
lovely food and art and dance. And,
Really?
I'll take 3 of those, and I'll just point at things.
Oh, this seems dangerous. If there are these portals in the nations that are being attacked by the... Never mind. Sal's going to keep it to himself. He doesn't want to bring down this
what was
tea
that,
party.
my
We can talk about it at Daphne's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll get mochi. That's what I've decided.
Mochi.
Like a
Ooh, it's been a while since I had any.
Yeah, like-
I might get some too. Strawberry. Strawberry sounds wonderful right now.
Did you?
I'll get a flat white.
A flat white.
I'm right here.
Oh, sorry, Ren. I'll get espresso with milk.
All right. Well, with that, I am ready to head off to Daphne's.
With us?
Yes.
Okay.
With you. Of course. We're all going. But we can take this all to go. If you just put it in my bag.
Oh, I already ate the tarts while everyone was ordering. So sorry. They weren't to share, were they?
I'll just take my box of mochi.
No. Yeah, so he like opens up this like silk bag and you see that it just like opens up into this like black abyss inside it.
Yeah.
It's a bag of holding.
Which we
Yeah,
still
yeah.
haven't gotten yet.
Well,
I mean, I don't know about you, but I ain't got nothing in my pockets.
and like whatever you're not like actively eating, he helps you like put into the bag, carry off. You go off to Daphne's. Daphne is deep into the common quarters. That he kind of starts giving you the rundown of the city while you're here. So he's like, and over there's the arena. That's the stadium. The distinction being arenas for fighting, stadiums for showing off. Noble quarters you'll find if you keep going further on. You already saw the shopping area, the gardens, and eventually I'll take you over to the university. And I am handing the party maps so they know what the fuck I'm talking about. And eventually you arrive at a plain-looking wooden door that he knocks on. Come on in. You hear Daphne's voice call from the other side, and then he pushes open the door. And again, everything is bigger on the inside. So as you step in, it is not a massive space, but it's not as small as the narrow row houses looked from the outside. So you step into a homely looking apartment. There is a fireplace crackling in the main room off to the right, where you see a woman sitting. She is small in stature with long braided hair. Her eyes are sad and tired, but she wears flowing, colorful robes that seem to catch the wind even as she sits in still air. And as she stands up to greet you, we are going to go on a short break. Step into the captivating realm of Zephyr Maleficarum, where fantasy and fragrance meld to craft a uniquely personal odyssey into the whimsical characters of our dreams. Each elixir is a portal to a world of sensory exploration, ushering you into a world of indulgence, where you are the protagonist of your very own extraordinary tale. Delve into the enigmatic depths of our fragrances, where whimsy waltzes hand in hand with olfactory artistry, and every phial becomes a magical gateway to a universe filled with dreams and wonder. This is your invitation to unravel the mysteries of scent and bask in the enchantment of imagination. With each application, you embark on a transformative journey, and every day unfolds as an opportunity to immerse yourself in an epic odyssey of wonder. So as we are coming back from our break, we are returning to the scene in Daphne's apartment, where we see this older woman who is seated in a chair within her living room. As she stands up from the chair to greet you, you get a look around her apartment. You see sofas covered in crocheted doilies on side tables. The whole room has this like golden glow as the like heavy like cloth lampshades spread the light. It's such a relief to actually be seeing you in person for once. I am Daphne, and I of course know who all of you are, but feel free to make your introductions if it seems more comfortable.
My name is Kai. I'm the black one.
Is your name Kai?
I mean,
Whoa, Yonsei, I had no idea.
My name is Yonsei. I'm the black one.
Oh,
Both are
you've
true.
never introduced yourself like that before.
Seems that's how I've been introduced by whoever that person's name I forget. Cyrus. Cyril.
I'm Sal.
Ren. I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
Hello, Upri. It is so nice to see you face to face.
So nice, Dave.
Well, I'm sure we have a lot to talk about, but Cyril informs me that you have you've been to the cafe down the street and you have a bite to eat, and I have just finished making some tea. If you'd like to partake, and we can have a little chit-chat.
Actually, do you have any whiskey?
Oh, we're starting early.
It's afternoon. And it might be the weekend.
Understandable. Completely understandable. No judgment here. I will go fetch it if you all want to make yourselves comfortable.
I'll just plop down on a sofa.
Same.
Cyril will also sit down with you there is like a little lounger chair.
Okay, cool. If he goes near Upri, I'm going to put Fern so he won't sit next to me.
Oh.
No, he doesn't. But he does like go for the coffee table where there's a box that he opens up and he takes out a joint
Oh.
and
Oh,
lights
gosh.
it with his fingertip and sits down in the lounger and just starts to smoke.
Is it a lazy boy?
Whatever the equivalent of that would be, yeah.
A Shay's Lounge? Is that a thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
I know brands.
So, Cyril, what do you do for work?
Oh my god.
I'm a professor at the university.
Oh, that's fun. You must have a lot of interesting colleagues.
I rather enjoy my research. I get to spend a lot of time with Daphne, who's always lovely.
So does Upri.
Wait.
Yes, so sorry about that. I'm sure it's pretty jarring to have a voice in your head of...
Which one?
Fair point. But... You see, Daphne, these things are so normalized in her life that she just doesn't understand that they're not the same for other people. So it's kind of like second nature to her, just to speak with others.
Being a professor?
Daphne,
Yeah.
in your head.
What about her?
It's second nature for her to talk to you.
To be my head?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the fact that she's even using her voice today is a rarity. I think she realized that you were all...
Oh my god, is
feeling
Daphne
a little-
telepathic?
Yes.
Oh. I thought that was... Anyway.
Well, here you all are. Here's some whiskey and a... Did you want it on rocks, my dear?
Just to be clear, sending is not telepathy.
Yes.
Yes, on the rock, please.
Okay, perfect. Anything for you three?
I will take a sarsaparilla.
A sarsaparilla.
Yes.
Oh, is that a root beer?
Yes.
Oh, can I have one of those too?
I'm afraid that I don't have that in house. But we could pop down to the corner store and they will have some there.
Okay, let's go to the bodega. Let's get some.
Well, we'll wait here for Daphne if you don't mind.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah, Cyril pipes up and he'll go grab it because Daphne's the one that you need to be speaking with. Thank you, Cyril. You're always such a dear.
Are you flirting with Cyril?
What? I was just asking. This is a pleasant
You're
conversation.
making funny eyes at him. Do you want that weekend?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right.
Salat. I'm kidding.
I figured we were going to help with that, but that's okay if you don't want it.
Help with who?
With you and Cyril.
Oh, what? I'm just asking where he works and what he does.
Okay, fine.
Can I get you anything?
That's a loaded question. I'll just I'll get you're going to the bodega?
Yes, he is very attractive.
He's
You
already
kind of
gone.
get used to that around here. Yeah, he's already left.
Okay. Yeah, they're
You
hot
kind of
people all
get
over.
used to that around here. They are wizards, of course.
Wizards are naturally hot. Or they can make themselves hotter.
Yes. There's something interesting about the fact that everybody is so powerful that they just it really inflates your sense of worth, and it's very all confusing.
Toxic, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, so they're like cocky hot.
some of them, yes.
Circuit gaze.
They're circuit gays.
Oh.
Wizards are the equivalent of circuit gays. Yes.
Now that you mention it, yeah, kind of.
Wow.
You're welcome,
Yeah,
audience
yeah,
members.
kind of. So,
I'll take a whiskey neat. Would be great.
all right. She goes. She gets that. Unless Salvador
What's a
requests
neat?
something.
Oh no,
as well. Okay.
a white wine.
A white wine.
She doesn't have a white wine, but you hear her call Cyril. in
It's
the
like, hey.
kitchen.
You also pick up.
Like
She do this
all
every
these
time
things.
She talks to somebody. She's like, "Hello."
No, it's the like. Like it's a little concerning,
Gotcha.
and how like she'll be like mid sentence, and then she'll just go, and then continue on. Because like for her, this is like really natural and fluid. It's something that she's always been able to do. And so she sits down in the other lounger in the room. There's ample seating in this living room. Like she probably has guests over pretty regularly and is like tending and hosting people for tea. You can see that she has like a very nice tea set that she like brings out on a tray, and she sets it down on the table. She pours each of you a cup and hands them to you if you would like. She like offers you each a cup, so you can take one if you would like. And then she sits herself down. She goes, "Oh, well, where do we start?"
I mean,
I don't know.
I believe the sentiment is puff puff pass. Oh wait, did Cyril take the joint with him?
He did.
Damn.
But there are like the box is still there if you wanted.
I'll just
But
like,
she just kind of like does the like no hand signal.
no, I can't take one.
And you can take one, but when you offer it, she just
Oh.
kind
I can't see your hands behind the desk.
of. Oh, sorry. And I can't do it up here because then the audience doesn't know what I'm doing. I just look like I'm waving.
How about you start with your backstory? Where are you from? How do you know us?
What do you do for work?
Well, for work, I'm technically employed by the university, as Cyril is, as well as the government of the Underkeep. Which we'll get to that. But well, it's a little bit more complicated to answer your second question, though. Because I don't know exactly where I come from. I do know that I grew up in the Underkeep and was raised by the headmaster at the time at the university, and quickly learned about my abilities. But, like, you already knew about that.
You can see the future, or you're some sort of prophet.
Yes, whatever terminology that you've heard. Usually few of them do the ability justice in terms of how it actually works mechanically, but yes, an oracle.
That's mighty neat.
It is. It is.
How do we save the world?
Yeah, what do we do?
Oh yeah, that.
What are we here for?
Well, the reason I wanted you to come to the Underkeep and meet myself and Cyril is... this process is a little tricky, and usually requires quite an extensive amount of piecing together the visions that I receive. Cyril has always been my companion in this endeavor. As a professor at the university, he has access to a lot of resources that I myself would not otherwise have, that he is more than willing to dispose to you, for, of course, the greater good. Now, much of what I've just explained to you is still true. Certain things have shifted and come to light while you've been traveling towards me. But I've tried to keep you up to speed in terms of our working theories of what is to come. So what I can be confident about is the pending destruction. Now, Alice is currently visiting others within the city. I've asked that we don't include her in the earlier stages. Just because I know that there's a little distrust. But I have found the lady very, very sincere.
The Titans want to use her to do stuff.
Yes, that is true.
So you probably want to keep her on a shorter leash, maybe.
I have found that when navigating the projections of my visions, a heavy hand often becomes the cause rather than the solution. I know this is all very difficult to comprehend and accept, but know that my experience is quite extensive in this manner.
Well, what are we here for?
Well, right now, I'm sure you've heard of the mounting war by the Order. We've also been following the Cult of the Silence. These are two forces that began long before you four were born, before you were even fated into this pathway. They are powerful forces, larger than the four of you, or even the sum of all of your allies at this given time. Part of asking you to come here is to help bolster the connection with your fate lines, something that is easier done with a physical contact. The other is because the Underkeep is a wonderful meeting ground for powerful people and powerful source users from around the world. It is in the Underkeep where I believe you will make your best allies for the days to come. This is something that nothing short of an army will be needed in order to triumph at the end of it all. I know none of you have ever seen yourselves as commanders of an army. I myself, even with the visions I've had from early ages, never foresaw this future. But unfortunately, we have allowed the cult to grow too embedded into the fabric of this world. And only force will uproot them. Yes, friend.
Well, out of character. This is a Dan question.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that, like, I understand what's going on. So the cult is bringing... One, they probably have a pseudo-army of their own, but they're also bringing abominations from the void onto our plane to attack people. Yay. And then there's the Order, which is the religious order of Preah and Padichum,
Yeah.
who also has an army that is essentially fighting the cult.
From the news article that you read when you entered the director's domain, it's been blamed on apostates. So officially, from a political stance, it's apostate mages that the Order is combating.
I mean, it's not quite inaccurate, though. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But it's just less about the organization of the cult, more about just individuals.
Yeah.
And so the ask from Daphne is for us to put together an army to fight both forces? Like, what is... I guess, historically, what do we know about the Order of Preah and Padichum that would cause us to want to fight against them versus fight with them if our enemy is the same?
I think that is entirely up to you based on what you know about the Order, what we've presented in this world. So we've presented the Order in a very particular way in this world. So it is up to you whether or not you would
But they're
look
very
past
militant and...
some of that.
Yeah.
A lot of innocent death.
Yeah.
Because they morally have been put as opposition to the code of ethics that you've presented in this campaign.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. That's, yeah.
But yes, that's a fair and valid point and way to navigate this conversation, that they could potentially be allies.
But they probably would turn on us for power.
And if you want to express that to Daphne,
I don't.
she will respond.
Because I don't think that Ren would think that way. But I just wanted to make sure I understood the world state.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my question. Thank you.
So we're networking.
Where was I?
Yeah, so we're at networking event.
Oh, Lord. Not a
Sorry.
LinkedIn event.
And at that moment, you see a raven land in the windowsill.
Is it Raven? The Raven?
You see tied to its leg is a scroll. She goes, "Oh, that's probably for you all. If you want to go fetch it."
I guess I'll go fetch it. Do you want me to read this?
It's up to you if you would like to read it or if you want me to do the voice.
I'll read it.
Okay.
It's the voice.
The voice. Okay. To Ren, Salvador, Yonsei, and Upri.
That's us.
Yes. Trust this missive finds you resilient amidst the chaos. I've reached Entropolis, seeking refuge at Lark's Perch. Your reputation in this region precedes you, and from what we witness you achieve in Harrow as the great city fell, I trust your collective mettle in navigating the storm. I'm sure you've heard the news of Sig's fall. Yes, from speaking Sayag's fall. I've never seen it spelled out. Sayag's fall. From speaking to the refugees arriving in the city, the newspaper hasn't done near the justice of the destruction. I sent 2 of my birds to navigate, but neither return. The entirety of the region has been swallowed by corruption. Entropolis paints a parallel bleakness. The Order readies for war, attributing the upheaval to apostate mages. They tighten their grips on magic, tethered by licenses and direct petitions, bureaucratic coercion at its finest. I fear you are now all out of compliance with their new regulation, Salvador included. The city, once a military stronghold, has transformed into a central outpost for the Divine Army. But so far, the port has remained generally untouched outside the arrival of soldiers and weapons. Lark's Perch, I'm sure, was a haven of joy in gentler times, but now stands as an improvised refuge. Mara, a formidable woman, has halted business to aid the displaced, creating an atmosphere thick with uncertainty. Zahir sends his best wishes to you, Salvador, and awaits your arrival, although rather impatiently. Never mind.
You want that D?
Stay vigilant. I am grateful that there are still those who find reason in the madness that now befall this country, and you are what seems to be our final hope in understanding what is happening. I will do my best to equip you with as much information as my birds can find, as you will be needing many allies, along with resources in the days to come. My intention is not to sow fear, but to keep you apprised. In unity lies our strength. Gratitude for the sanctuary. May the raven wings swiftly deliver this missive. Aquila.
I'm curious how they would be able to detect that I have Titan magic.
You might just be too far outside of the realm of control, and even as a divine master.
I can clear that up.
Okay.
Sorry, I must have jumped ahead in terms of the news articles that you've come across. The Order has long been the controllers of the licensing procedures, but they have allowed a decentralized approach. Each church has been, up until recently, allowed to license their own clerics and paladins, universities their own wizards. But that privilege has been revoked. All registrations must go through the Order. It's been all aflutter in the Underkeep, as we've been attempting to respond to this new protocol.
Well, that's sad to hear.
Apostate.
Yeah, I guess I'm part of the club now.
Welcome. And Upri's just over there sipping her whiskey.
Upri getting high off that reefer.
Well.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so at least taking a look at what she says about Entropolis. The city of Entropolis has been taken over by the Order, but it looks like the port where Lark's Perch is still pretty clear of them, which I'm worried it won't last as long as we need it to.
So it sounds like we need to kind of hurry.
Yeah. To launch an army. Would we attack Entropolis? Would we attack a different city? I don't know.
I mean, I know people in Entropolis, so we could...
Oh, yeah, you have the general.
Yeah. And whether or not the general would side with us or not, but it's a route we could think about taking. So, if we want to keep Entropolis, which is a strategic city during the war, so it could be another strategic city. It's access to the river and the ocean. We might need to secure the city at some point, which might require an army.
Yeah.
Do you think we're ready to...
No, we need an army.
I mean, you didn't let me finish.
Sorry.
Do you think we're ready to lead an army?
I don't think we have a choice.
It's our fate, so we got to do it whether we want to or not.
That is some heavy shit.
Upri, is this your first time smoking the reefer?
No, it's just been a couple of years. We didn't have this in the void. I dropped my vape pen soon after getting sucked in.
Oh, vape pen.
Does that analysis sound pretty similar to what you've seen in your visions, Daphne?
There are many routes that this may take. I've seen instances in which you form allies with groups that seemed originally out of the picture, and other instances where you attempt to go it your own. It's hard to say which ones turn out successful.
Who's in charge of this town?
Can I speak to a manager?
Underkeep?
Yes.
Oh, they were one of the ones I was going to recommend you go to.
Oh.
The Council of Mages. Pretty boring title if you ask me, but they are the officials of the city of Underkeep. They manage everything about the upkeep of this neutral ground for source users across the globe. There is also 2 other factions that the council often petitions, whose influence expands beyond the cavern walls. That is the Source Conclave, made up of the Obscura and the Ascension.
There, I see a at least on the map, I see a Source Conclave and the Obscura headquarters. Are those 2 buildings for the same organization, then?
So, the Obscura and the Ascension currently exist in a balance, a treatise between the 2 groups. That is the Conclave.
That's their common ground.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Seems like that's where we need to start.
I do recommend you start at each headquarters to get a better sense of their personal objectives.
Side note, where is my sarsaparilla?
It's a long walk.
And that's where we'll end our episode. I'm kidding.
Cliffhanger. Where's the sarsaparilla?
You know what? Because we are at time, that is where we're going to end our episode. Because this conversation could go on another half an hour.
Yes.
And
Will Beyonce get the sarsaparilla at next week's episode in 2 weeks?
so, we are going to bid you, my dear intrepid listeners, farewell. As we close the curtains on this latest chapter of Shadows of Prophecy, remember, the darkness never sleeps, but our doors are always open for those brave enough to explore. We couldn't do it without your support. A special thank you to our generous patrons, JayCeeAitch, Chris B, and Maggie Z, whose unwavering support keeps the candles burning bright here at Goblin Forge. Before we bid you farewell today, remember to like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated on our future journeys into the unknown. This playcast is a Goblin Forge production. If you enjoyed what you experienced today, follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG, at goblin_forge on TikTok, or you can join our Discord community. And if you haven't already, be sure to share the mysteries of Shadows of Prophecy with your friends and fellow seekers of the supernatural. Until we meet again, may the mysteries of this world continue to intrigue your mind and awaken your sense of wonder. Stay curious, stay daring, and always embrace the darkness. Step into the captivating realm of Zephyr Maleficarum, where fantasy and fragrance meld to craft a uniquely personal odyssey into the whimsical characters of our dreams. Each elixir is a portal to a world of sensory exploration, ushering you into a world of indulgence, where you are the protagonist of your very own extraordinary tale. Delve into the enigmatic depths of our fragrances, where whimsy waltzes hand in hand with olfactory artistry, and every file becomes a magical gateway to a universe filled with dreams and wonder. This is your invitation to unravel the mysteries of scent and bask in the enchantment of imagination. With each application, you embark on a transformative journey, and every day unfolds as an opportunity to immerse yourself in an epic odyssey of wonder.